We should be going.
There's no fucking microphone over here, you
so,
damned fool.
God damn it. Fucking there. That should be...
Put this in do not disturb.
I've been having so many problems with this. Every damn time I turn on this fucking microphone, it's an issue.
Do not
disturb. Don't disturb it.
I can't use
this. Let it be disturbed. Disturbing disturbances.
Ooh, I gotta make a new one.
That's a whole thing in ecology. Disturbances.
What is that? Explain it.
It's when shit gets disturbed in an ecosystem. There's like minor disturbances and major disturbances and intermittent disturbances. Like, for example, a wildfire. It's the disturbance, big catastrophic disturb, or like the tide even. If you have like a little ecosystem, like a little organisms that live in like rocks that roll around in the tide, that's an intermittent disturbance that continues, you know what I mean? So like anything that changes the ecosystem in pretty much any way is a disturbance. And it can be like a big one or a little one or a reoccurring one or a you know.
So like for something like the way how small are we talking? Like is it like the stuff in the dirt? Like a slight chemical change in the dirt?
Yeah, that could be a disturbance. If it changes shit up, if it disturbs what's going on there. Generally speaking, I'm pretty sure like you would call it a disturbance if it's something that only just kind of like happened and then went away. That like it could recover. But it's been a long time since I didn't know any of this shit. So it's entirely possible that something perpetual could also be considered a disturbance. But it's just like I don't even think it's like a vocab word. I think it's just the way that people talk about it.
Hold on. This is purely between me and Forrest. You guys don't.
Yeah, turn this off for a second.
Don't pay attention.
Come back in 5 minutes.
My do not disturb for us right now is a little fire icon. Yeah. And I have one specifically for the podcast that
that's great.
Blocks everything.
You have separate do not disturbs?
Yeah.
That's interesting. What kind of phone do you have?
One of the iPhones.
Oh, neat.
11?
No, that's one of them. that's
I'm pretty sure Android can do that now too, though.
I don't care about trying to fix this.
Yeah, I mean, you can. It's the thing is, you can do it where it's just like one big do not disturb. But I like to select different shit for like work and then home and then like.
So like different things can get through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Don't disturb me this way, and don't disturb me that
I
other way.
have a particular way I wish to be disturbed, much like the ecology, I think.
Yeah.
Ecology.
Ecology.
And I'm Ben.
Welcome to the podcast. We're going to get started on time this time with the timing. Today, we're going to discuss how loudly Ben just put down that can, and it for sure resonated right through the microphone.
We don't have to discuss it.
We're going to discuss it for a long time. We don't have to
discuss it. They're on there. They hear it.
Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the show that you're now watching. I'm Forrest.
And I'm Ben.
Wow!
What?
That's so weird.
I woke up late. I've been very tired.
Yeah. It is also the beginning of the day for me. We keep doing this thing where we're like we have like all week to record, and we're like, all right, cool. So we're gonna do like what do you want to do? Like Tuesday? Yeah, we'll get it out of the way early,
we'll
and then
just
Tuesday
chill.
Comes and goes, and then like
chill.
Wednesday or Thursday, we're like, all right, we're gonna record today, and then like he'll come over, and we'll just kick it and drink and do nothing and play video games and hang out. And then you're like, oh, well, I guess we'll record tomorrow then. We'll do it tomorrow. And then Saturday rolls around and we're like, hey, are we doing it tonight? Or like, are we doing it first thing tomorrow morning when we're both miserable and we have to crank it out real fast? Yeah, we'll probably do that. And now here it is, Sunday morning. This podcast is going out at 1 o'clock today. And you're seeing it the day that we record it again. And we keep doing it and we can't stop.
It's the process.
It's the process. It's all about the process.
The process.
I want to
touch.
I want to get to a point, like, I don't know if this would work with the podcast, but like with like YouTube videos and whatnot.
Will work with YouTube.
I want to get to a point where I can record like 10 and just all at once, and then just spend the rest of the month editing them, and then I just have like a year's worth of content to put out one a month or something, you know what I mean? And then I can start putting out more frequent things too. I could put them out like once every other week or something like that, you know?
Well, that's kind of the idea with a lot of stuff. Like,
I feel like that's what a lot of big people do. I think Rhett and Link do that. They like record like 50 episodes in a day, and then they have their editing team just crank through those, and they just don't work for the next 6 months.
I don't know.
Like, that's crazy.
They sound like assholes. I'm just kidding.
That's where I'm trying to get to.
I'm just punching up. I was taught to punch up
as well.
So I'm punching up. Rhett and Link are assholes.
I'm gonna punch down as well and fuck those orphans, those poor disenfranchised orphan children. Fuck them. I'm so tired.
Let it be known.
I have. I'm doing a call-in show today. I've got 2 essays to write because my semester's starting back up, and I still have to finish my essays that I was supposed to be writing over the summer. I opened those yesterday and looked at them and just felt all the happiness drain from my soul. All the high of this summer, the amazing shit that I was able to like do and teach, and like the videos that I made that I was really proud of, and all the good stuff, and just back into the dirt of grad school, back into the fucking the pits.
You worm.
I just have to get through it.
I just have back to yep. I remember this. It seems like not even that long ago, Forrest kept saying things like, "I just have to get through it."
Was it not just a couple of months ago? That I was
yeah, he was like,
and
"This
I'm
is
right
it feels
back
like
into the
it
misery.
feels like I have old Forrest back."
Yeah,
yeah,
right back into hating everything.
That
so
sucks.
Get ready for the next semester of every single week. You listen to me just shaking my head and going like, "Just a little longer, man. Just a little longer. I just got to do it just a little longer."
People love the show.
People love the show.
People love the show.
It's so bad.
People
it's just us bitching.
love the show.
Listen to 1.5 white men bitch about fucking everything in their lives for an hour or so every week.
I'm not even complaining right now.
Not
I'm
yet.
Just listening to you.
we'll wait. I guarantee by the end of the show we'll both be complaining.
Biggest complaint is listening to Forrest.
Yeah.
Forrest.
Far.
Okay. What's on the table today?
There's a coaster, a computer.
Sometimes I wish it was a live show
wrapper.
so we could be like, people, what's going on out there? Give us some stimuli.
Yeah, tell us what's happening. But instead, no, just the world sucks. Do you think that the whole Throwback Thursday trend, where you post old pictures of yourself, was started by the government so that they could get old pictures that otherwise wouldn't have been digitized and use them to improve like facial recognition and like aging simulation algorithms and shit, so you could better track people?
Maybe, but everybody's got an aunt who photocopied like somebody's fucking million-year-old photo album.
Put it on microfiche.
Yeah, no, like I mean, it's all out there. Like things are everywhere anyway.
Yeah.
So maybe the government wasted money doing something they didn't even need to.
Well, it's like for sure.
It's like saying that they make the apps. It's like they don't need to make the apps that make your face old because like to get the data, they just need to pay 10 cents per person to the company that makes the app to get the data. Like I don't know. Like people think it's like a big conspiracy, and I think it's just business as usual.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure, maybe they're stealing our faces.
Yeah. 23andMe
maybe chemtrails, you fucking animals.
Right. 23andMe has solved a lot of crimes because the government is able to go in and cross-reference people's DNA, and they found like serial killers from a long time. Because they're like, all right, so this DNA sample that we got from like the fucking 80s or 90s or whatever, now we have like tens of thousands of people spitting into tubes to figure out what their ancestry is, and it turns out this DNA matches this one family real well, and we don't have this one guy in the family, and they swab him, and it turns out he was a serial killer. That's happened a couple of times. How crazy is that? And so now people are like, well, the government started this stuff just to get our old DNA on profile. Like, yeah, well, I don't think they started it, but like it definitely is now on a database.
It's gonna lead to it.
It is now a part of it. But I think you're right. I think it's just business. And then people, like, if you're a shitty government, you know how to take advantage of situations like that.
Well, if I was a government, I would definitely put collars on everyone and make them all follow the rules.
Peace.
I'm not allowed to be in charge of people because my idea of in charge of people is like, like you don't know what's good for you.
You falling off the side of the frame there?
Not really, maybe a little bit.
You're leaning?
Look, people can't govern themselves. Here's my platform. This is why I'll never win an election. Yeah. Because people need to be told what to do. Yeah. And they need to be told roughly when and how to do it. Yeah. And if they're missing any of those steps, then they'll just run freaking wild out there with their concealed carries and their fucking rights to drive and license to murder and whatever the fuck they have. I don't know.
You're coming in here like Hydra right now. I don't know if like freedom is too big of a burden for you people.
I would call it a burden for you people. And that's there's no undertones there at all. When I say you people, I mean people. All people. Anyway, I'm kidding.
It's like that
I'm kidding.
It's like that.
I'll never be anywhere near a big enough microphone to actually do anything. It's fine.
It's like that stupid old joke
I want to make games and write funny sketches for YouTube. I don't really want to do anything.
He's not going to act on his fascist
ideologies. I know that it's wrong.
Video game.
Like, the artist in me wants everybody to be able to live freely and stuff. Right. But, like, if I was a politician, it'd be fucked. It'd be fucked.
I saw this thing.
But that's just because of what the world did to me growing up. I just don't trust any of you. I'm sorry.
That's reasonable as far as, like, your process is concerned. I saw this thing yesterday. It was this picture of Han Solo kind of like who gives a fuck? And then it was another picture of him like real serious, like doing the Harrison Ford point. And it's like, when people call me dirty commie, meh. When people call me a cop hating anarchist, meh. And when people call me fucking someone, and it's like all these things, and it's like when people call me a liberal, and he's all serious and pointing and shit like, don't you fucking dare. And I'm like, that exact interaction happened to me just the other day. This fucking dude was going on and on about how crazy and leftist revolutionary anarchist cop hating, I want the government controlling everything, all this stuff. And I was just like, fuck off. Who fucking you're ridiculous, dude. You fucking just, it's all straw men of my arguments. Who fucking cares? No, yeah, I don't like the police. Fucking get over it. I'm gonna keep scratching this microphone. I'm gonna put this cup away.
Like it sucks because like.
And then they called me a liberal, and I was like, "Let me fucking tell you
why
I'm not."
That's like a weird fever dream I have, where like there's some sort of like actually benevolent authoritarian figure that steps in. Mm-hmm. And as I've said previously on this show, I actually think the only thing that would be able to do that unbiasedly would be an AI.
Oh yeah.
But. Like I'm not an AI, so obviously, like when I do it, it's kind of like a character of myself. Where if I did it, I would lose control and I'd become a complete fucking like insane person, and I would send everyone to like the camps.
Right.
Not just like certain people. We'd all go, and then I would go.
Everything would be the camps.
I'd be like, the only solution is for all of us to go to the camps together.
Camp life.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. Probably not. But like it. I feel like people like don't have enough structure, and they can't they don't know what to do. Everyone is raised incorrectly.
Everyone.
It's almost everyone. It's terrifying, and they're like everyone's doing jobs and
yeah.
That's just a lot. So ultimately, what I want is since I live in America and I don't think I'm gonna change the government that much. Mm-hmm. I just want to make stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm just going to keep trying to make stuff until I die.
I'm still on my growth phase of my plan to change the world, so, like, we got time.
You got to upscale it, yeah.
I got businesses to run. But, like, the whole thing, fucking, that's why I'm not a liberal. To tie those two threads together.
What?
Because fucking Obama about like how the world needs to change and like everything's all fucked up and how everyone was raised wrong and all that shit. Obama was a liberal, and Obama is significantly more right-leaning than I am. So, like, the label doesn't work. And so, like, it's the same thing as you. I wouldn't call you a liberal. I don't think so, anyway.
I'm pretty crazy.
Because I think that's way too far right. Because America's liberal, as we've said many times before, is the rest of the world's barely, just right of center.
It also completely depends on which issue you're talking about. For almost anybody who thinks about issues critically, if you ask them about something, they're going to politically change depending on what you're talking about.
And like the extreme right wants an authoritarian state, wants the government to control everything, wants genocide, wants to strip away human rights, and the extreme left wants everybody to have food. And like, is the difference.
The extreme anything. Anybody in the extreme though. There is no extreme here, it's all fringe weirdo shit. Nobody has, like, there are small groups of people that have codified, solidified ideas about what they're trying to do and what they want to achieve. But, like, most people are just like, what's the next issue they're going to tell us about? We're going back. It's like a retread this season.
Yeah. We're
doing abortion again.
Yeah.
Everybody here, it's abortion season. Let's march about abortion, right?
And then the next time...
How about we just stop fucking... Just give them the fucking rights.
Just give them the rights. And then next time it'll be the next thing that they come... Because it was about to be LGBT rights again. They're about to fucking come after those again. And then next thing is going to be, like... I don't know if they're going to do interracial marriage, but, like, I wouldn't be shocked. I'd be a little surprised, but I wouldn't be, like, that surprised if they went for interracial marriage. And then it's going to be about guns again.
I wouldn't be surprised if certain states tried to do that. And then it's going
to be about gay rights again.
But I don't think that, like, federally they would try that, because goddamn.
And we just keep having to have the same fucking argument over who it is and is not okay to discriminate against, and who deserves the same rights as everybody, as straight, heterosexual, like, fucking cisgendered white men.
Gotta discriminate against everybody, Forrest.
Are you a straight white man? No. Do you deserve to be treated like one? Let's talk about it tonight at 11. Ugh.
11. It's 11.
Oh, fuck, it actually is 11. Let's talk about it. Do people deserve to be treated like straight white men? Did you see that Onion skit a little while back where it's like this girl committed a crime? She was like this little blonde white girl, and they were like, due to the severity of her crimes, the judges ruled that the jury is to treat her as if she was a large, muscular black man. And the parents are like, this is America! Nobody deserves to be treated like a black man! And like all court drawings will be stricken from the record, and will depict her as a muscular black man with tattoos. She will no longer be called Emily, but will now be called DeMarcus. And like fucking, and we're gonna try her as a black man. And they're like, this is inhumane. Oh,
God. Yeah, I think I did see that.
It's horrible.
I think I have been on the internet. I mean, like, I've been talking a lot, like, in the past couple of years, I think, and a little bit longer, about how I think, like, first of all, obviously, the justice system's jacked up, but I've been also thinking lately more and more, like, I don't like the jury of my peers thing.
Because, like, who could possibly be my peer? No, but honestly, though, the jury of your peers thing are also growing up in a corrupt and racist system. And so, like, they are your peers for sure. They have learned the same indoctrination. They've been indoctrinated the same way you did. They have the same American exceptionalism that you grew up with. And now they're being applied to you. You are now suffering the consequence of that. So it kind of is a problem. Yeah. If your peers are poorly educated, misinformed, or just tacitly participating in the same system, like, it's not going to work. And that's why they shut down jury nullification shit all the time, because they want the peers to be fucking just, along for the ride, not thinking about it,
Yeah.
I say they, like it's some fucking big thing. It's just fucking society.
It's just a thing.
It's doxa. It's training.
It chugs along so efficiently.
You see those videos of the dog.
Efficiently, inefficiently.
Mm-hmm. You see those videos online of the dog, like, waiting to go out the door, and the door has the screen ripped out of it, and the owner walks through the door and then opens the empty frame and the dog runs outside because the frame is all it cared about. It's the same thing. You don't actually have to have the system in place. You just have to teach people that that's the way that it is, and then that's the way that it is. And like, it's doc. You use or doxa if I talk about on this show. It's habitus.
You and
times
I
infinity.
have talked about it in a person. I don't know if we've talked about it.
I made a TikTok about it
the
briefly,
show.
but it's a concept. It's a sociological thing, an anthropological concept of like the sum total of the habitus of all people. Like it's just it's the unspoken rules of society. And the example that I usually give, and the example that was given to me, is like if you go into like a classroom, like a lecture hall for college, or to a concert, like whatever. Where are you going to sit? Do you sit up at the front? Do you sit in the back? Do you sit in the balcony? Do you sit in the wings? Do you get a good seat, a bad seat, cheap seat, expensive? What's your plan? And you can think about this in your personality and like what you would like do, but there's almost guaranteed you didn't say, I'm going to sit up on stage. I'm going to sit right there next to the blackboard. I'm going to, because that's against the rules that you know. Even though nobody told you that, even though you didn't that was not even part of your thinking. That's the box that you're in.
It just doesn't make sense.
It's the heuristics that you understand of how to process the situation. And so in a society where we just happen to imprison black people at an insane fucking rate, and they have the highest arrest rates and the highest exoneration rates out of anybody because they're fucking proven innocent all the time, and where, 1 in 25 people on death row is innocent, and where the government is like, yeah, but you can't take somebody off death row anymore, even if you prove them innocent. We just can't do that anymore. It's not, and that's just the way life is. You don't have to have somebody actually actively be racist. You don't have to have somebody up there screaming the N-word. You just have to teach them that that's okay. That's the way things are supposed to be. And then when they're in that courtroom as a peer, quote, quote, they're going to say, yeah, he's black, he's here in an orange jumpsuit, he's covered in tattoos, he probably did it.
It's also
it's
crazy,
all their mind stops.
Like, because I know so many good people, and I've met so many people, like, now in 31, plus years of life. Like, I've just worked a lot and come across tons of different people, all walks of life, as you do.
Yeah.
And, like, the levels of racism and conscious and unconscious like biases and racism that people have, and like I didn't really understand like how different ways like people could be like have racial problems and like issues. Like I didn't know about that until I got much older, and I was like, whoa, this guy's like probably like 80% fine. This person is mostly like fine.
Yeah.
Like, nobody would ever, like, they probably have, like, tons of, like, black friends that would never think they are racist or, like, Mexican, all kinds of shit.
But then they would say
then they'll say some shit.
Yeah.
And you're like...
And when you call them out on it, they'll reference the fact that they have tons of black friends.
Tons of experience.
It's
like, and you can't even say their experience isn't fair or lived.
Yeah.
But it's like, but you're still falling into a trap.
Yeah.
And it's hard to explain that to people sometimes.
It's like, I don't know, man. There's also the issue of people getting too comfortable. Like, if someone in one particular racial group is making fun of themselves or their own group, and they're like saying funny things about them. Like the other day, Amber and I were driving.
I do it.
And I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Amber and I were driving, and we were talking about white people. I forgot what we said, but like Amber said something along the lines of like God, that's why we can't have kids, because they'd be white. We don't need any more white people in the world. God, like, and that was just us goofing around. We were being silly because we were talking about how funny like white people are, and like that was I forgot.
Yeah, because it technically doesn't matter.
And like. If we had said that same thing, but like, we don't need any more black people in the world, I show black people don't have kids, that would have been fucking horrible, right? But it was because we were making fun of ourselves that it was acceptable. There was a dude...
like if I make a joke about Arab dad.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
allowed to do that.
There was a guy on TikTok just yesterday who is like, he's Japanese, and doesn't look it super hard, but like, and someone was commenting like, you don't even look Japanese, you're not really Japanese, but he is. And the way that he proved it, quote, quote, the joke that he made was that he like threw a banana in there and like sliced it with a katana or something like that. that would be fucked up if I did that to say like, look guys, I'm Japanese. That would be fucking horrible. And so like there is a line there where like someone could make fun of themselves and their friends of a different race might get in on the joke, and it would be funny at the time where you're sharing that moment, but if you did that in public it would be very wrong, you know what I mean? And like I feel like there's a lot of people out there who just forgot where that line was.
Well,
and
like,
maybe,
yeah, like, it's
maybe,
one thing, too. Yeah, I know I've been in rooms where people are saying some, like, funny but also messed up shit, but we're all together.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, like, you wouldn't carry that into a grocery store.
For sure.
You wouldn't still say those things to your friend in a grocery store because it's like, at that point, it's like, oh, we're not messing around in a living room. I'm, like, being disrespectful as fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
In public.
Yeah.
Like, it's like... Like, I wouldn't fucking, like, make fun of you for being white in a store.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
I might.
But like, it's just, you know, it's the same. It's
but
like
that's like a societal fucking, like, what, a doxa?
Yeah.
What is it? That's a fucking thing.
That's it's like, you know, the fucking, you know, kicking baby jokes or whatever that we used to make in high school. Like, dumbass jokes.
I never did that.
Like beating up kids. You don't do that
Nobody
in a
beats-
maternity ward. You just, there's a time and a place. And so like, I think that genuinely... I really do believe that anything can be funny and everything should be made fun of. That's the way that I deal with pain and unhappiness. The worst things in life are the things that I make the most jokes about. But it's just the way that works for me. And I think that that's important because it's either everything's okay to make fun of or nothing is. Because if you're going to say this is off limits. But I also think that there is there's a time, a place, and an audience, you know? And like, I feel like people very often forget that, and they bring their like, well, I have this many black friends up, and then they're like, well, that means I can be a fucking racist asshole in public at a Denny's and call the waiter something horrible because my black friend said it was okay. It's like, no, you cannot. That's not how that works.
I don't think your black friend said it was okay.
And saying that you have a black friend as justification is worse now, because now you're using your black friend as this like mask, this prop that you can be like, no guys, it's okay, his opinion's more important than yours.
It's fine.
Like, it's strange.
He said it's fine.
Ugh.
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon. I was about to say it.
No, you weren't. Because I beat you to it.
Damn. Did you see Pokemon Go Fest?
Did I see it?
Yeah, like when it was, I believe.
No, I had to go to work for it.
Did you see like the coverage of it and shit? Like what happened there?
What happened? They caught Pokemon?
No, it was in like, I think it was in like Chicago. I don't remember.
No, I just saw it pops up. Sometimes I pull Pokemon Go up at work, and,
Is it still?
It said Go Fest Seattle.
Are they still doing it? Pokemon
Go Fest.
Go Fest.
Why are you?
Oh my God, they are still doing it.
There's multiple locations. Why wouldn't they do it? What happened?
So I think it was the first one. I don't know, but like they
when
this
year?
That was a couple of years ago. Hold on, God.
The first one was horrible. What?
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to talk about. It's the first one. Did you see the first one?
Nintendo doesn't give up.
Niantic?
No. Niantic is just the glove that Nintendo is wearing to create Pokemon Go. Niantic made Pokemon Go really bad at first, and Nintendo was like, oh, you're going to fix this. It's a Pokemon game.
2017. It was in 2017.
Yeah, I mean, everything was bad in 2017. We didn't know about 2020 yet.
It was in Chicago, and it was when I think it was the first one, and it was on July 22nd. It was on my birthday in Chicago, and they had fucking all these people fly out, buy expensive ass tickets to come to this big park and catch Pokemon. They had fucking hundreds and hundreds of people there, and the game just fucking broke. And nobody could log in, and nobody could fucking catch anything, and the game was freezing all the time, and like there were serious problems with the game that nobody could play, but they had like this running schedule of like little skits where like, oh, we got, and like events and stuff are like, the Dragonite's gonna appear, everybody get your phone, and they kept doing the events, and it was live performances, live people coming out. They could have stopped at any time, And they were just like, great news, guys. Everybody get your phones because this is the next big event. And they're like, we can't do it. And they're like, make sure you get your Pokeballs ready. And like, there's like a clip out there of like the crowd chanting, we can't play. We can't play. And they're just like, all right, guys, we hear you. There's a new thing called the Savage Season where you throw a berry and then you catch it on your first throw. Go Savage Season of Gyarados. And we're like, what? And then everyone's just freaking out. And
doesn't sound real.
Finally, at a certain point, I'll show you the footage. It's so fucking funny.
It's not that funny.
After a certain point, finally, the CEO of Niantic or something, like some fucking higher up comes out, and they're all just fucking booing him. And he's like, so we got great weather, gonna get some applause for the great weather. And they're like, fuck you, and you're screaming at him. And then like after like, oh my god, it was hours in.
I'm glad they planned the weather.
Right. They so finally come out and they're like, all right, guys, we hear you. Here's what's going on. We're trying to fix the game. We have these issues. Oh, no. And, like, I don't know if the game ever worked, but it took them all fucking day just to admit that there was a problem. And watching all of the clips of people, like, losing their fucking minds about it, it kills me every time.
I mean, I would love the cameras off. I would love to go to like a community day event or something. Fix the camera for us. Do your job.
Well, I was going to let you finish your sentence first.
No, I hate the sentence. But like, I don't want to deal with those problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'll just walk around the neighborhood.
I mean, I guess.
I just caught a Pokemon here in your house.
Oh my god! I'll reset the camera. This is where
it's one of those Hisui Voltorb guys.
This is where the ad break will be. Okay. So everybody tune in to this ad if you're on YouTube.
He's made of wood.
If you're not on YouTube, then go to YouTube and watch this ad, and then come back to whatever platform you prefer.
What a weird. Oh, we can do a remote raid.
It's turned on again. I fixed it. You actually at Pokemon Go. I love
Pokemon Go.
I used to go with the Pokemon.
I mean, it's fun. I don't like play it like all the time, but I keep it on my phone and I mess with it every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have kids too, so we go places where I can walk the kids. Catch the Pokemon.
Fucking take my fucking real human children out into the wild, hoping to lose them so I can catch Pokemon and gain things that I actually want.
No, you let them play too. Your idea of what like parenting is horrific. And I don't think you should ever let anybody know.
Yeah. It's a good thing I'm not, like, putting it on the internet for hundreds of people.
Yeah, I think you should read. There's books, and I know you're good at reading. I think you should read a book about, like, what a human child is like.
Nah. I don't like horror novels.
It's not scary. It's like, you're in a protected environment.
Ugh.
Dude, fuck, man. It's so late. I got here so late. There's not even enough.
That's my favorite, by the way. That was my favorite insult. I don't even know if it calls an insult. It was this girl was playing video games, and of course, you know, because she's a woman playing games, fucking men in the lobbies are horrible to her, and she's like playing Call of Duty or whatever, and this guy like, you fat ugly bitch, blah blah blah, or whatever, and her response was, I'm gonna go fuck your dad and give him a son that he actually loves.
You.
That's so fucking good, dude.
God, him. I don't know why anybody talks to anybody like that in the video game unless they're not like playing support well. I fucking hate playing support. I love to play support in any game like team shooter, right? But then like people, it's horrible. Like I'll pick it. I used to play like Overwatch and Paladins, and I would usually just pick whatever wasn't picked by the time the countdown got low, because I said fuck it, I just want to have fun with everything, whatever. It doesn't matter. So I just started learning how to play a couple different things, and like it doesn't matter what you do, if you play support, people are just gonna yell at you and be bitches in chat.
That makes sense.
Whatever, fuck it.
I've never played a game like that.
It's okay.
Like I did for like a second, like when
it's okay.
Back in like 2009. I played Team Fortress 2 for like 30 seconds.
See, that's
I know what it is.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
But like,
it's the same shit we've been playing.
Yeah,
just wrapped up faster.
Yeah, no crazy time. I want to play like I think like Overwatch and whatnot looks really cool. I'm not gonna learn to play it, and I'm certainly not gonna get like a headset and be reliant on other people and like talk to them. It's not gonna happen.
No, yeah, I don't do that in anything.
I do. I have an Oculus now, and fucking what's it called? Like Echo.
You should just play the Halo Infinite.
Where you have like the frisbee toss game. That looks fun as fuck. And I've played the demo and like the tutorial, and it's amazingly fun to like fly around it. And I would totally fucking get into that. But I don't want to fucking talk to people and like be on a team and deal with other human beings and know that I blew it. I don't want to do it, man.
We'll do it later.
Yeah.
First, what we got to do?
Poppins.
We got to stream.
Yeah. We still got to stream Chameleon Twist.
It's
either stream it or like just package it up.
We'll probably just package it up. I think it's better that way.
I have a new TV, and I have I found a video capture card that I like, and I found
Did you order it, or is it on the way?
No, it will be soon. I need to pay for a root canal, but I will.
Get that canal.
Yeah, I'm getting that canal rooted. Getting those roots canaled. I guess would be more appropriate, but even that's
canaling
very strange.
Roots.
But I have them ready, and I also I put together like a fucking shopping list for this show, and it was like $2,000 of like those cards and better microphones and better
for this
boom
show.
arms. Yeah. And then I was like,
don't do that,
man.
It hasn't it's not even made anything close to.
I know, but it would be way better than having the one microphone that we're both sharing, which is what this microphone is for. But it still kind of sucks. If we had like some decent shotgun mics that were like all up in our grill, our audio quality would be fantastic. We wouldn't have the echo that we had when we had the two microphones for a long time.
That's true. Shotgun mics are good.
It'd be great, and like we could do like a whole thing. So if you're a wealthy investor and you love this show, send a check for $3,000 to P.O. Box 1810, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma 74013, and we'll buy new microphones and video capture cards.
You don't want that. Somebody's going to send a check, and then 5 years from now they're going to show up and say, "I wrote that check." And when you endorsed it, I was alerted.
But yeah, that'll be the next upgrade for this show.
Upon its paper.
Fancy. And let us know in the comments if we actually do end up doing a video game thing. Do you want?
I think we will.
Will it be a separate show, or will it just be this show? But we're just talking anyway. Where we just play video games as well.
I think.
I don't like that was your response.
It
wouldn't be good on Spotify.
Keep it on this. No, you keep it on this channel. But I don't know about. It won't go on the audio channels, but it would be on this channel.
Anchor has a thing now. Anchor's the dissemination network that we use, the thing that sends out Spotify and Pocket Cast and everything else. They have a thing now where they're like, you can upload video, and I'm like, why? What are you gonna do with that? What on earth could you do?
You can. I think you can watch it on Anchor, and some people use the Anchor app for podcasts.
You think so?
Yeah,
maybe. Let us know in the comments if you're on the Anchor app right now. Go to YouTube, find this show, watch an ad, and then tell us in the comments if we should upload video to Anchor, and then we probably still won't. But like, it'd be nice to hear and understand a little bit more about your world and what your struggles are and what you're going through.
Yeah.
We're trying to improve the show.
So yeah, but there is that. I think we should do that. I have to. So I had my studio set up, but also there were some complications, and then I found out that the roof is leaking over my studio.
Nice.
So I have to have that fixed. But I still have all my stuff. I just have to set it back up basically and figure out how I'm going to start recording. But I would like to probably help you with editing and stuff too. I think
I'd be down with it.
But I think I think we'll probably spread out and do other things too, but I think we can put a couple, you guys let us know, but I think we can fit a couple different things on one channel here.
Yeah, we would figure things out.
We can figure out more. Good morning.
I'm looking over the comments of the last episode at this very moment.
Oh, they hate us. Don't look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't looked at them today. There's probably a bunch of new ones, and they're all like, Ben sucks. I don't like the way his stupid fucking face sounds. There is one that says that, isn't there?
I got so used to listening it feels weird to watch, says Lachi Molala.
Why are you reading it like that?
Thank you for watching instead of just listening, because then we get ad revenue. I think we've made like almost $40 total thus far.
In the like year and a half or whatever. That's good. That's good. That's good.
That's great.
That's great. No, that's good. Fuck you. Small victories.
John Ireland says, "Hey guys, first time watching on YouTube. Been watching from the start on Spotify. Wondered what you looked like until I saw Forrest, but first time I've seen Ben. Great show, you guys. So bad, but so good. Take that so good off of there, and you got yourself a DM.
You got yourself a comment in the comments section.
Thanks for helping us get ad revenue, John Ireland."
So this episode has fallen apart at the very end. It was going to be a short one anyway because we fucked up, but like I guess we just completely ran out of like intelligence.
David William A, thank you for helping us get ad revenue.
Just reading the comments.
Manga God, thank you for helping us get ad revenue. Angela Sylvian, thank you for helping us get ad revenue.
Thank you.
Eric Wilson, thank you for helping us get ad revenue. Samurai Guy, thank you for helping us get ad revenue.
Thank you.
Golden Lightning, thank you for helping us get ad revenue. Just go through the comments every week and just thank everyone for giving us ad revenue. That's so stupid.
That's like worse than when they have the Patreon reading at the end. Like I know I love the idea of doing a Patreon reading, but at the same time it's like who stays to hear their name get read by somebody?
A few people. When I do I used to put patrons up on the screen during my videos.
I think that's cool. You put them up on the screen or you put them in the credits because then it's like it's forever.
Yeah,
right?
I still like occasionally people write to me like, "Hey, you misspelled my name," and I'm like, "Okay, so you are watching then." Like, and I understand. I would do the same thing if I paid some money to have my name in a video. I'd want to make sure it was there. You know what I mean? So like, I'm cool with that.
Well, some people even use it for advertising. They'll be like, "Denny's." Like,
this episode sponsored by Denny's. They paid $3 to get on my Patreon. Good job, you guys.
If they pay $3 next month, they'll stay.
I'll give you the name for free if you leave me a moons over my hammy. So good.
Breakfast.
You know the whole reason why we consider breakfast foods as breakfast foods is because of fucking like corporate propaganda. I
just figured it's because like chickens were really close.
Well, yeah. So like breakfast used to just be
you get up and you're like, ah.
Yeah, that's how it was.
Shake the chickens over the frying pan.
Breakfast was just whatever leftovers you had from the last night, and then like farmers and whatnot, and we were taking care of chickens. They would go and collect the eggs in the morning, like you do, and they just now had eggs, and so they would just start eating those, and like, and then there was a lot of pork sausage because they fucking had pigs and shit, and so bacon and eggs became just like this like iconic kind of staple thing that was like idealistic of like middle America, like rife in the blah blah blah. And so like people started pushing it as this idea like the healthy, nutritious breakfast, even though it fucking isn't.
I don't know why.
Very calorie dense and fatty dense, and like it's very weird. And now we associate these things with breakfast foods, even though they're just fucking foods, you know?
Oh, it's so delicious.
I eat fucking breakfast foods for lunch and dinner all the time.
Yeah.
Amber and I fucking make waffles
breakfast
and
for
eggs
dinner
and shit.
is amazing.
It's the best. It's the best. It's the best time to eat waffles is fucking like either at 4 a.m. or at like fucking 6 p.m. when you're just fucking hanging out and you're gonna watch horror movies all night. That's the best time to eat fucking waffles. And like people waste them in the morning.
Yeah, so I want everybody because I gotta leave. I gotta go to work.
You gotta go.
I love y'all so much. I hate you.
It was a 45-minute episode.
The most.
Yeah, I know it's okay though.
They'll like it.
They're fine. It's like we packed a lot of
no homework
stink into this episode.
I want everybody to send me a picture on Twitter.
How are they? Oh, okay.
Of your waffles. You're gonna make waffles for dinner tonight.
I don't like the way that this comes across. Like I understand what you're asking, but it still
it's not an ask.
It still sounds.
It's
like
not an ask.
A little bit dirty.
It's not an ask.
It's a demand.
Send me your waffles.
Send me your.
No, I changed my mind. You're right.
No, do send them waffles though. On my
no
Discord,
mermaid waffles.
I made a Discord server for my patrons, and the first board that I made after like general discussion was muffins. This is the board for nothing, just for discussing muffins.
It's in the muffins. I'm not very active in there, but I peek. I peek in sometimes.
I don't like that.
Not better.
I don't like that.
Not better. Sorry.
Send Peep and Ben your waffles so you can peep upon them.
I don't want to go to work.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
This was stressful.
I don't want to write. I have to write all day.
You have to write. Well, we're gonna try to make sure we actually do the episode sooner this week. And
yeah.
Better. I should just come over. We should just do it tonight.
We should just fucking knock it out. Let us know in the comments below when is your favorite time to eat waffles, and how do you like your eggs?
How do you like your eggs? If you like eggs at all.
And if you don't like eggs, be nice. Be nice. Pick which way looks nicest to you, and let us know that one. I'm a poached or over easy.
I understand what you're saying. It's just that if to someone who looks at it like chicken murder, they're just going to be like, which kind of death do you prefer?
That is exactly what I'm asking. That is precisely what I'm asking.
I apologize.
Over easy over here. Or poached if it's like an Eggs Benedict situation.
Yeah, definitely poached or like, runny over easy.
Yeah. Well, you don't want the whites runny because that's snot. But like,
I don't want the whites runny.
No. You want set whites, runny yolks in a pile with ham and hollandaise sauce.
Toast.
And like a
toast.
Either toast or like an English muffin.
You could do an English muffin, but toast is good. Yeah. All right, everybody enjoy their shit that they got going on.
Lingonberries.
Fucking
I was gonna say something about them, and my brain just stopped.
And I'm Ben.
I'm Forrest. Have an awesome rest of your day. Goodbye.
Bye. I caught a wooden Voltorb in the studio.
Oh.
Tell people Voltorb. Wooden Voltorb.
What a show.